just finished flying the drone. We're out here doing some Christmas shopping today. I've been trying to make time to do this for the last week, probably. This place, these outlets, used to advertise on the billboards out front that they have 9 Pokestops and 3 gyms. I don't think they're advertising it anymore, but it's not a bad place to do some Christmas shopping. Not that I'm really looking forward to shopping.
Ground floor.
Check it out. Pokestop on the way out of the elevator. What is it? I don't know. Alright. There we go. It's sort of working.
Ooh, I just hauled up right
Nice.
when I found it. Thank you.
Alright. 5-day streak.
Oh, there's an Abra.
Another Pokestop just inside. Dang, I'm really slow out here. And Let Go Plus. Well, first catch of the day. I might as well do it myself. Come on, let's go. Yeah, of course.
I watch your videos all the time.
Oh, thank you. And what's your name?
Martin.
Martin, nice to meet you. First thing we're gonna do is grab this Abra because because Alakazam is so overpowered now, and Cassie still doesn't have one.
Yeah, I need one, and then I need a Muck, and I'm done. You
Last
need a
2 Pokemon.
Lickitung.
We each need 2 Pokemon, and Muck is one of them for both of us. I have my Grimer. I have my candies. I'm just waiting on that Lickitung. Why'd you have to bring it up? Is that one the Pokestop? This one? This one? That one? Those ones over there? Is this a heater? I'm using this heater as a tripod. Oh, it's just a light. I'm using this light as a tripod. Alright, this is a lot of Pokemon. Definitely want Jigglypuff. And I definitely want Abra. Very important at this stage in the game. We've been walking around for a while, and we both sort of realized that we don't know what we're getting for our friends and family. So I think we're not quite prepared to actually do this Christmas shopping. If anyone from my family is watching this, can you please text me what you want for Christmas? I filled up my eggs, but I can't get back into the game right now. So I can't even put them in incubators. Since we don't actually know what we're shopping for, and I can't even log into the game, let's talk about some new stuff that was found about Generation 2 in the game's code. There is now data for all Generation 2 Pokemon, including partial movesets for some of them. The game master file, which includes data for a lot of important things in the game, including items, Pokemon, moves, it's been updated to include partial movesets for a lot of second-gen Pokemon. The only Pokemon right now with a complete moveset is Tyrogue. Before we really start talking about movesets, I just want to say that these might be temporary. These could change before these Pokemon are officially released into the game. But currently, in the game master file, Tyrogue's possible quick moves are Rock Smash and Low Kick. And its possible charge moves are Brick Break, Body Slam, and Low Sweep. We also know from the Game Master file that Tyrogue is going to cost 25 candies to evolve. So just like Eevee, which has 3 possible evolutions currently, it's going to cost the same amount of candy, and most likely that's going to be a random evolution. Hopefully there's some way to influence it, like with the nickname trick for Eevee, but I guess we'll find out once that officially releases. Even though Tyrogue has a full moveset in the Game Master file, Hitmontop, which is its 3rd possible evolution, doesn't have a moveset at all. Well, it does, but it has placeholder moves like the majority of Pokemon from 2nd generation do. That's Tackle and Struggle, and that's the same placeholder moveset that Ditto had until it was released. So all those movesets will probably be updated when those Pokemon are closer to being released. We know from Niantic's post about Gen 2 that they're planning on rolling these Pokemon out over time in a sort of staggered release. So it's possible that the Pokemon who have quick moves in the Game Master file already might be Pokemon who are going to be released in the next wave of Gen 2. In total, I found 23 Pokemon in the Game Master file that have partial moveset data. If anyone looked through it and found more and I missed some, let me know. I found quick moves for the first 20 2nd generation Pokemon in the National Pokedex. Those are the 20 Pokemon that come before the baby Pokemon. And in addition to those 20, there are also moves for Tyrogue, which we already talked about, as well as Umbreon and Espeon. Let's just start at the top with the starters and their evolutions. Chikorita and Bayleaf both have Razor Leaf and Tackle listed as possible quick moves, and Meganium has Vine Whip and Razor Leaf, so very similar to Bulbasaur in its evolutions. Cyndaquil and Quilava both have Ember and Tackle, and interestingly Typhlosion has Ember and Shadow Claw as possible quick moves. Totodile and Croconaw both have Scratch and Water Gun, and just like Blastoise, Feraligatr has Water Gun and Bite. And the Pelicans are really beating the Warriors right now. 3.5 minutes left. I'm trying to watch the end of this game, but my app keeps freezing like this. While I wait for the NBA app to get its life together, let's talk about more Pokemon. Sentret and Furret, which are the common normal types of 2nd generation, sort of the Rattata and Raticate. Sentret has Scratch and Quick Attack as its quick moves, and Furret has Quick Attack and Sucker Punch. This game's probably over by now. 2.3 seconds left, and I'm just waiting. After Sentret and Furret are Hoot Hoot and Noctowl, which are common birds in 2nd generation, and they both have Tackle and Peck listed as their quick moves. The common bugs in 2nd generation are Spinarak and Leddyba. Spinarak and its evolution Ariados both have Poison Sting and Bug Bite for quick moves, and Leddyba and its evolution Ledian both have Tackle and Bug Bite. Oh god, 1.4 seconds. Well, at least something changed. Can't even load the play-by-play though. Oh, there it is. I can't even switch between apps because the app freezes. I know this channel is about Pokemon Go and not the NBA app, but I have some serious suggestions for whoever made this app. Crobat, which is Zubat's 3rd evolution, 2nd evolution, the 3rd form in the family, has Wing Attack and Bite as possible quick moves, which means it's probably going to be a pretty good attacker. Depending on which charge moves it ends up with, it's going to be pretty strong because it does have pretty decent overall CP. And then rounding out the first 20 Pokemon of 2nd generation are Chinchou and Lantern, which are water and electric types. Chinchou has Bubble and Spark, and Lantern has Water Gun and Spark. So those will be interesting attackers because they could be useful as electric attackers or as water type attackers. They lost. My 10Ks, my old 10Ks, are going to hatch pretty soon. I'm going to throw all the eggs I picked up today into incubators, and we're just going to walk around a little bit after this, try to hatch these eggs. I need to pick up some items from the Pokestops. Yes.
Okay.
Just try to hatch these. Hopefully I can get some Gen 2 Pokemon tonight, but I really don't want to be out here for 9 hours like Ben. The last 2 Pokemon that have moveset data are Umbreon and Espeon. And it's interesting because they each have 2 quick moves listed. For Espeon, it's Zen Headbutt and Confusion, and for Umbreon, it's Bite and Feint Attack. The reason that's interesting is because each of Eevee's other evolutions only have one quick attack. Vaporeon only learns Water Gun, Thundershock for Jolteon, and Ember for Flareon. So maybe Umbreon and Espeon are going to have more movesets, maybe Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon are going to get new quick moves added when Umbreon and Espeon come out. Maybe everything here is just placeholders and it's all going to get changed when these Pokemon actually start coming out in the game. It's probably like the best spawn area in Downey. Oh. Go Plus must have already spun that. Okay, who do I want? Vulpix. Now keep in mind, these moves being in the game master file right now doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be there when those Pokemon actually get released in the game. They could change. Obviously they don't have charge moves listed yet, and that could mean that new moves are coming when Generation 2 comes out. The move pool seems pretty limited right now, and honestly I think it would be kind of boring if all the new Pokemon kept all the old moves. Now what I would like to see, and I've said this before, is a shakeup, a rebalance of moves. If damage was adjusted on moves, that could make some Pokemon better and some Pokemon worse. And honestly, a buff to Karate Chop could put Machamp back on top of fighting Pokemon where it belongs. Oh, this Rhyhorn has good IVs. Did you catch it? Alright. With all those caught, let's try to hatch these eggs. We did a big lap, pretty much where we started. I just got a 10k egg from that last Pokestop, so that means stuff should be hatching right now. There we go. At least a 2k, and this could be a Gen 2 2k. I'm just gonna hatch Weedles for the rest of my life. 10ks might be going now. Not quite. Okay. 9.9. See you in 20 seconds. So I happened to touch my screen right as the egg started hatching, but there's the first one. It's a Scyther, and it has good IVs, but I have a lot of Scyther with good IVs. 2 more 10ks, and these are all pre-Gen 2, so no babies coming out of these. Oh, sweet, Tratini.
Where?
That's better than a baby.
Oh.
Where?
Damn it.
91 candies. I should start powering up my Dragonite more, but I don't know. I kind of just don't want to. It's weird. And Ammonite, sweet. I think that's the first time I've actually hatched one. So I should get plenty of candies for that. And it has good IVs. Ooh, very good IVs. So that's 2 Ammonite, I think, that I can evolve now with good IVs. Alright. And another 10k. Are you kidding me? 2 10ks. I should have waited on that other 10. I'll start these together though. And 2.3 on the other 5ks. Those are all possible Gen 2 5ks. So, you down to walk another 2.5 kilometers? Doesn't look like it. Well, we walked the 2.5 kilometers, the eggs hatched, and it really wasn't anything special. I did get a good Ghastly out of it, so I'm excited about that. I got more Poliwag candies. So that's a plus, considering I accidentally evolved that one. But check it out. I filled up on eggs again, and how do I have 4 10ks? Again, I always get comments every time I have 10ks. How do you get so many 10ks? And the truth is, I don't know. Alright, more chances at some new Gen 2 hatches tomorrow. Now, speaking of Gen 2, sorry dude, you gotta get down. With these movesets in the game master file and Niantic's previous post pointing to a staggered rollout of Gen 2, I have to say I'm not sure that's a great idea. A lot of people were pretty disappointed when Niantic announced that baby Pokemon would start appearing, when, we were kind of expecting Gen 2 to come all together. I can't help but feel like that was somewhat my fault, since that was what I was expecting. But based on this reaction to just baby Pokemon coming out first, I have to say, Niantic, if you're still thinking about a staggered rollout, it might be time to reconsider. I understand that it means you can release more content over time, but a staggered rollout doesn't bring back the hype. I don't know, maybe we're past the hype, and to be honest, no matter what happens, no matter how you choose to roll out Gen 2, some people are always going to complain. A staggered rollout means you do have more content to release over time to keep people interested, but to be honest, I think the better strategy is to release all of Gen 2, get people hyped up, and then focus on improving the game itself, the actual game part of the game. Not just going out and exploring and collecting Pokemon, because that's a lot of fun, definitely, but what's really going to keep people interested is making the game fun to play. And I think for a lot of people that means improving and balancing the battle system. Because if the battles are fun, and not to mention PvP, if we can battle our friends and that's fun, that's going to keep people playing a lot longer than adding any number of new Pokemon. Because once you catch them all, you've caught them all. If you don't enjoy battling at that point, the game's over. I know it's a tall order, and I know that PvP, you've already said, is something that might eventually make it onto the roadmap, but that's just my opinion on the matter. I'm going to choose winners for these through Gleam tomorrow when I upload the video. So tomorrow around 11 or noon Pacific time, you'll get an email if you've been chosen as one of the winners. I'll ask you which one you want, iTunes or Google Play, and I realized that I should have done 2 separate giveaways, one for iTunes, one for Google Play. Hopefully it works out and it's 4 and 4, but if not, I'll buy more, and that just means there's more stuff to give away. And speaking of giveaways, who wants this? It's a Pikachu flip cover for phones. Looks like it has some wallet pockets in there. It's universal flip cover, size medium. So, where's my phone? Here's my phone, Pixel. It looks like it should fit perfectly in there. It's about the same size as an iPhone, like a regular iPhone. So, as long as your phone isn't gigantic, it'll definitely fit in here. So I'm giving this away on Gleam. The link for this one is in the description of this video. And again, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel. Gleam's just going to check to make sure you're subscribed, and then you're entered. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.